Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the structure of kidney and regulatory function mechanism of this kidney. As you all guys know that the kidney is the filtration center of the body. So let's get started. The structure of kidney. Structure of kidney. Okay. So first of all, I would like to draw a general structure of this kidney and ureters, basically named as renal system. Okay, here is a tube-like structure arise from each kidney, which leads to a balloon-like structure named as bladder, opens outside the body through the urethra. Here is a kidney. Okay, and the two tube-like structures arise from each kidney named as ureters, and the balloon-like structure named as urinary bladder. Okay, and a small tube-like structure named as urethra. Okay, the size of urethra varies according to the genders. In male, the size of urethra is larger, while in females, the size of urethra is small. So we would stick our informations just related to the kidney. Here I am just going to draw a complete longitudinal section and a large structure of a kidney. Basically, kidney is a bean-shaped structure. Here you can see that it is looking like a bean. ठीक है, तो ये bean shaped structure होता है किडनी का, which is externally protected by a connective tissue layer named as peritoneal layer. इसका नाम होता है peritoneal layer. ठीक है, which provide protection externally to the kidney. While internally, the kidney is divided into two sections. The outer part called cortex, while the inner one is named as medulla. ठीक है, and the size of kidney is range 10 to 12 centimeter. The longitudinal size of this kidney is length from 10 to 12 centimeter. Internally, kidney has some cone-like structure named as pyramid. They are 10 to 20, 8 to 10 in number. They are named as pyramids. And each pyramid open into a funnel shaped structure named as pelvis. Pelvis leads to the tube-like structure named as ureter, and the site, वो जगह जहाँ से यूरेटर अराइज होता है, इस पूरे एरिया को कहा जाता है हाइलम, which is present at the midpoint of the kidney. This is called hilum. ठीक है, the outer protective covering is called peritoneum. Internally, kidney consists of two structures. Outer part called the cortex, while the inner one is named as medulla. Each kidney contains 8 to 10 cone-like structure called the pyramids. ठीक है, now these pyramids open into a funnel-shaped structure named as pelvis. ठीक है, pelvis leads the urine into the ureters, and then ureters carry the urine to the urinary bladder, where it stores for a short time period. As the urine is filled into the urinary bladder, now there is a sphincter and a valve which allows the urine move outside the body through the urethra. Here is a complete structure of the kidney and renal system, what we discussed. So we will continue over this lecture with the structure of nephrone, which is the basic functional unit of this kidney. Here is a structure of nephron. Here you go. the structure of nephron. Now I'm just going to enlarge the structure of section of kidney. Here you can see that the gross structure of a kidney and a cortex and pyramid. I am not going to draw a complete structure of kidney here, so that I can easily draw the structure of nephrons on a remaining page. Here is a pyramid. ठीक है, I'm just going to enlarge this structure of pyramid here. You can see a cone like structure, a single pyramid, ठीक है, which is divided into two regions. The outer one is cortex, while the lower one is called medulla. ठीक है. Now what is nephron? Nephron is basically the structure and functional unit of this kidney. It consists of some structures. Firstly, I would like to draw a normal structure of nephron, so that you can make a virtual image of nephron in your mind. Then later on, I would like to draw a complete structure of nephron inside the pyramid. Here is a general structure of this nephron, what you can see here, and which structures and part of nephron it consists of. This is a cup like structure named as Bowman's capsule. The small cup like structure is named as Bowman's capsule. The Bowman's capsule continue with a small tube like structure which is named as proximal. इसको proximal इसलिए कहते हैं because it is near to the Bowman's capsules. Proximal convoluted tubules. ठीक है. And here is a U-shaped structure which is coming from the proximal convoluted tubule and connecting the proximal part of this nephron to the distal convoluted tubule. This U-shaped structure called the loop of Henle. लूप ऑफ हैंडलेस. ठीक है. इस लूप ऑफ हैंडले के भी हमारे पास टू लिम्स हैं. Here you can easily notice that the one part which is coming down from the proximal side called the descending, because it is coming down, loop of Henle. ठीक है. Another which is going up side called the ascending limb of Henle. Ascending limb and descending limb. ठीक है. While the second part which joins the proximal part and the second part which joins the ascending limb of Henle is called distal convoluted tubules. Getting my point? ये कहलाता है डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल ज्वाइन होगा एक ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर से. ये कहलाता है कलेक्टिंग डक्ट. बहुत सारे कलेक्टिंग डक्ट कंबाइन होकर बनेंगे एक्सक्रीटरी डक्ट, जो कि ओपन होगा एपेक्स ऑफ पिरामिड पे. नाउ इस स्ट्रक्चर को हम थोड़ा सा वेस्कुलराइज करते हैं. What are the capillaries and arteries which enters into the nephron? A branch of renal artery. Major supply of the kidney is renal artery. Here you can see it is a renal artery. Renal artery. A branch of renal artery called the afferent arteriole. ठीक है. इस एफरेंट आर्टीरियोल की आर्टरी इंटर होगी बोमेन्स कैप्सूल में. ठीक है. लूप ऑफ हैंडले डिस्टल distal cannula tubule and collecting duct. Now I'm just drawing this complete arteriolar systems around the nephrons. A branch of renal artery called the afferent artery enters into the Bowman's capsules. Here I am going to enlarge the structure of Bowman's capsule. Let's have a look. It is a section of a cup of Bowman's capsule. A branch of renal artery named as afferent artery enters into the Bowman's capsules, and it forms a cluster of arteries. Means it divides and redivides into the many arteries, which loops around the Bowman's capsules फ्री जो कि लूप्स करती हैं अराउंड दी Bowman's capsule, and a pair and an artery arise from the Bowman's capsules called the efferent artery. Keep it in mind that the lumen of efferent artery, ये जो efferent artery है इसका lumen छोटा होता है efferent artery से. ये efferent artery divide होगी two arteries के अंदर. Here you can see the two branches of arteries. The artery which runs around the proximal convoluted tubule called peritubular capillary, while the branch of efferent artery which runs parallel to the loop of Henle named as vasa recta. ठीक है. Here is another branch of this peritubular capillary which runs around the distal convoluted tubule. Now these blood capillaries and the tubular system performs the filtration mechanism. Renal artery brings the unfiltered blood into the Bowman's capsule through the afferent artery. Because of the hydrostatic pressure, all the substances in the blood except blood proteins and RBCs रेड ब्लड कॉर्पसेल्स, ठीक है, और WBCs के अलावा सारी चीज़ें इंटर हो जाएंगी किसके अंदर, Bowman's कैप्सूल के अंदर. एंड देन देयर आफ्टर as this filtrate passes through the proximal convoluted tubule, descending limb of Henle, ascending limb of Henle, distal convoluted tubules, now the filtrate approximately becomes or turned into the urine. Now the urine is collected into the collecting duct. Collecting duct carries this urine into the pelvis. अब इस स्ट्रक्चर को ड्रॉ करने जा रहा हूँ मैं into the pyramids. Here you can see the Bowman's capsule, ठीक है, and the proximal convoluted tubule. These both structures are present in the cortical part of the pyramid or cortical part of the kidney. Now the loop of Henle descends down. In some animals, the loop of Henle are short enough it restricts itself into the cortex, while in some species it moves down into the medulla. ठीक है. The concentration of urine depends upon to the loop of Henle. The larger the loop of Henle, greater would be the concentration of urine. And here is the collecting duct. There are so many collecting ducts combined with the excretory tube, and now this excretory tube opens into the pelvis through the apex. ठीक है. pelvis में अब जैसे ही ये स्ट्रक्चर थोड़ा सा इनलार्ज करके मैं आपको दिखाऊं कि ये कॉर्टेक्स, ठीक है, ये मेडुला और ये pyramid open हुआ into a pelvis. Now the immediate structure which combines the ureter with the kidney at the site of hilum is the pelvis. Pelvis is a funnel shaped structure which leads the urine into the ureters. Now the ureters carries the urine out of the kidney into the urinary bladder, urethra, and then excrete out from the body. So here is a complete structure of kidney. Let's make a quick review of the structure of kidneys and structure of nephron. ठीक है. A pair of kidneys which is bean shaped structure present on either side of the vertebra. The right kidney and the left kidney. Right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney because of liver. ठीक है, and here is a complete longitudinal section of this kidney. Kidney is a bean shaped structure which range in size from 10 to 12 centimeters. ठीक है, and internally the kidney is divided into two. The outer part is called the cortex while the inner part is called the medulla. Each kidney carries 8 to 10 cube-like structures which is named as pyramids. ठीक है, pyramids. Each pyramid open into a funnel shaped structure named as pelvis. Pelvis leads to the ureters through a opening or region which is named as hilum. ठीक है. Another structure which is present at the top of each kidney is the adrenal gland. It is a cap-like structure. I forgot to tell you about this before. Now I'm just going to highlight a structure over here. Here is a cap-like structure named this adrenal gland, which is not necessary in this topic. We will discuss about in the structure of adrenal gland in chapter number 3. ठीक है, जब हम उसके डिस्कस करेंगे तब हम इसको वहाँ पर बात कर लेंगे. Here is a complete structure of this kidney. The outer protective covering जिसको हमने कहा पेरिटोनियम और यूरेटस ट्यूब लाइक स्ट्रक्चर जिसको हमने कहा यूरेटस ओपन होंगे किसके अंदर, ब्लैडर के अंदर. ब्लैडर स्टोर करेगा यूरिन को एंड देन इट इज रिमूव्ड आउट थ्रू दी यूरेथ्रा. नेक्स्ट इज internal structure of this kidney and the structure of nephron. The structure of nephrons, the basically in order to understand the specific and local position of this structure of nephron inside the kidney, we just need to हमने जस्ट थोड़ा सा एक क्विक रिव्यू लिया था किसका, एक जनरल स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ नेफ्रॉन का. देखें अ कप शेप स्ट्रक्चर जिसको हमने कहा बाउमेंस कैप्सूल्स विच कंबाइंस विद द प्रॉक्सिमल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल. प्रॉक्सिमल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल कंबाइंस विद द डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल थ्रू द लूप ऑफ हैंडले. ठीक है, इसको कहते हैं लूप ऑफ हैंडले. इट इज कंसिस्ट ऑफ टू लिम्स. फर्स्ट वन इज द डिसेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ हैंडले एंड द असेंडिंग लिम्ब ऑफ हैंडले. नाउ द डिस्टल कन्वोल्यूटेड ट्यूब्यूल इज द साइट वेयर द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ यूरिन इज एडजस्टेड. ठीक है. Now the distal convoluted tubule combines with the excretory duct or the collecting duct. So many collecting ducts combine with the excretory duct which opens into the pelvis. ठीक है. Now a branch of vascular supply. Let's take a review of blood supply of the kidney. A branch of renal artery named as afferent arteriole enters into the Bowman's capsule where it divides and redivides into many branches. Now the bunch of capillaries make a cluster around the Bowman's capsules. A branch of artery arises from the Bowman's capsule named as efferent artery. Efferent artery bifurcates into two. One is the peritubular capillary and the second one is called the vasa recta. Peritubular capillary runs around the proximal and the distal convoluted tubules while the vasa recta runs parallel to the loop of Henle. ठीक है. So these capillaries and the tubular system perform the combined functions in filtration mechanism. ठीक है. So आगे हम डिस्कस करेंगे anatomy and regulatory functions of nephron, how the nephron perform its regulatory functions and what are the mechanisms nephron performs in regulation of filtration mechanisms.